Tool have always been one of those elusive bands that does not overexpose itself, so if you don't look for it, it won't necessarily pop out of nowhere. You can find their music on Spotify or iTunes. The band firmly believes that the best way to experience their music is in the format of a physical album, an approach they have emphasized on their latest release, 10,000 Days, in 2006. Just when the music industry has begun to change to digital format, Tool in turn decided to put extra attention and detail into their album artwork by implementing some interesting art in collaboration with Alex Gray. The album also comes with integrated stereoscopic lenses to enhance the experience of album artwork. Actually, it was around this time that I first heard of Tool from a colleague of mine, and he described the album and album cover. Sadly, back then I was into somewhat simpler music, so I did not appreciate the effort of this band as much. Nonetheless, I decided to look up the band and watched some of their videos and heard some of their music, but all the imagery of music videos, such as Schism, Parabola, and even The Pot, went right over my head. I didn't get it. The music felt unnecessarily long and kind of bored me. I only enjoyed one song, which was The Grudge. Somehow it appealed to me, and I was listening to it from time to time, without really giving a chance to the rest of their music for the longest time. I, however, was suggested by a friend to listen to A Perfect Circle, a side project of Maynard James Keenan, singer of Tool. A Perfect Circle was a lot easier for me to process at the time, so I have been listening to quite a bit of their more popular songs back in the day. I want to take a moment to ask those who are new or already subscribed to my channel to not only subscribe, but also click the bell button to get notifications of when I upload videos, which will be every week from now on. Also follow me on Instagram for daily uploads and updates of upcoming videos here on YouTube. It was only in 2014 that I rediscovered Tool. Unfortunately, I can't really recall the reason or how I got to listen to their music again, as they have not been releasing any new material since 2006. It's probably because of some of the gent bands I have been listening to at the time, and Tool is often mentioned as an inspiration and influence to a lot of gent and progressive metal bands. So I tried to listen to some of their discography, and it was somewhat easier for me to process because I have been listening to progressive metal for a few years already at that point. But it was still somewhat of a commitment. I went through their more recent material first, beginning with 10,000 Days, and I have been listening through the entire album, and I was still somewhat skeptical of the drawn-out nature of their music. But when I got almost toward the end of the album, I heard. Right into. Yes, I think this is Somewhat an unusual song to begin with when it comes to Tool, because it is a relatively calm song and perhaps does not come off as their signature track. But that melodic intro really sucked me into the song from the get-go, and the breakdown at 5:24 time mark really sealed the deal. This is where I really felt the connection to their music and understood exactly how Tool may have inspired the younger generation of progressive metal. So I went back to exploring their discography from Lateralis to Aenima and Undertow. I found quite a few gems in Lateralis first, with songs such as Reflection, Schism and Parabola, with the latter two being accompanied by great music videos, which were both, as most of other Tool music videos, directed by Adam Jones, the guitarist of the band. He has a background in working as a makeup artist and set designer for films such as Jurassic Park, Terminator 2, Ghostbusters 2, among others, where he refined his skills and later used for Tool's music videos. Aenima has some of my favorite songs by the band, such as Stinkfist, Eulogy, Jimmy, Dear Eye von Satan, Push It, Aenima and Third Eye. And later I got to their first OP release, Undertow, where I discovered Sober, a song that probably gets most people into this band. For me, it was a slow burn, but when I felt how impactful and dramatic that chorus is, I realized that Tool might very well become my favorite band. Tool is set to release their 5th studio album this year. There is no exact date confirmed, but I really hope it will actually happen this year. I will probably have to buy a stereo system, it looks like, to play this album, as I don't have one at the moment. So, this was my journey with this amazing band. And if you did not experience their music yet, I urge you to do so. You won't regret it. It may prove as a bit of a challenge at first, but in the long run, trust me, it will be well worth it. I will put some recommendations in the description for those who are new to this band, and for those of you who know this band already, please share with us in the comments what was the song that got you into Tool, and mention your favorite band. A song that got me into our ongoing series I have on my channel. You can watch the previous videos here or follow the link in the description. There is also plenty of other music related videos on my channel. Feel free to check them out as well. Once again, if you like what you see, please subscribe and ring that bell to know when I upload a new video. Thanks, and I will see you next week.